Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus May 7, 2022. With today's Sun-Neptune alignment, it can be a time of big dreams for long-term happiness. You can be especially interested in contributing to a worthy cause. This transit illuminates your desire for imagination and inspiration, particularly in your social life. You might become aware of the more confusing elements of your connections or a deceptive or inconsistent component of a relationship in the process. However, this awareness can stir you into action to make improvements. Supporting others or enjoying a boost in a relationship can figure strongly. The moon moves into your home and family sector later today, highlighting your needs for more simplicity and familiarity in your life. What's keeping you from expressing yourself the way you want to? Under today's hypersensitive moon in Aquarius via your third house of communication, thought process, and immediate surroundings, you're not only more prone to partaking in heartwarming powwow but also feeling the innate desire to do so. Ready to come clean about your feelings? The moon's opposition to transformative Pluto via your expansive ninth house of belief systems is simultaneously challenging your traditions and personal philosophy, perhaps with regards to your approach to love and romance. Although, you may want to reflect on where your inhibitions stem from, especially if it revolves around your community. It will all work out the way it is supposed to. Now is the time to have a bit of hope when you are thinking about your professional aspirations and communities as the Sun conjuncts Neptune in Pisces. The mystical and idealistic conjunction allows you to dream about these aspects with a positive mindset. Your mind may wander when you think about who you could work with and where that could lead. You should even visualize your goals coming to fruition throughout today's transit, as your daydreams can be used as a powerful manifestation tool. Today not only hosts the start of a friendly aspect between Venus, the planet of money in your career sector, and the dwarf planet Ceres in your income sector, but something that Mars will soon become engaged in as well. As well as creating positive conditions on the income and career fronts, this is a window into your needs and priorities on both fronts. Take a relaxed view of life and let grass grow over old feuds. Enjoy reviving old contacts and wallowing in nostalgia. The conditions are ideal, as you will be receiving a lot of trust and affection. Let your family know how important they are to you and spend more time with them. Have your friends gone permanently crazy, or is it only temporary insanity? Smile and nod in their direction while heading toward the exit. What you want seems to be magically in tune with the people you meet and socialize with. You feel a strong sense of identity and flirt with whoever you meet or find appealing. Others are content to listen to what you have to say, and you benefit equally from their response, enjoying connections you make. As you take charge of your health, you may feel at times that there is a bit too much to keep track of. Diet, routine, exercise, illness, sleep, and everything else that is involved with this thing called self-love. This is why you have friends. Your friends can help you assess your situation and figure out the best course of action. Sometimes laughing away the tension is all you really need. If there's work to be done, there's no time like the present. With the essence of this day in the air, you won't have any lack of drive or energy to handle most anything on your plate. If you run into any challenges along the way, be sure to get someone to work with you to bring things to a close. This can often be the best way for you to handle things, anyhow, so don't try to do something alone if it's better done by a pair. You may be experiencing many changes in love issues, even ending a love relationship that will leave your heart very hurt. It is the energy of the moon in opposition to Pluto in the fifth house, the house of pleasures. But it would also be worth fighting with the energy that the sun trine the moon gives you. It is likely that a family member or loved one is lying to you. But he doesn't do it maliciously. Think that she is protecting you by hiding the truth from you. Trust your intuition. If you are told something too good to be true, verify the information first. It would help if you thought about sparing a little more your spouse, who regularly suffers the consequences of your relatively gloomy character of the moment. You are lucid, and you realize that the situation is in danger of slipping away from you if you don't quickly take control of yourself. You know how to show mercy to your friends but can sometimes seem authoritarian within your relationship. Try to show a little more benevolence towards your partner if you want to enjoy a bright future in his company. Our eyes in the sky. It isn't a time in which we conform to the ideals and status quo of society. To be honest, it's the opposite of that. At the forefront of our hearts and minds for the next 30 days will be humanitarian acts of kindness, generosity, and the notion of unconditional caring for humankind. This is also a time of revolution and technological advances. We can expect some news of pending changes that could transform our world for the better and help us evolve as human beings. Radical beliefs could shift your consciousness to better align with what is happening in the world and your personal life as well as your current ideals and views, not those you believed in the past. The nagging feeling that we have misjudged someone or something dampens our confidence, and much as we try to pinpoint rationale that would give our conclusion credence, the more it eludes us. Our imagination can run wild now, which is not such a bad thing if we funnel our creative energy into a spiritual practice or a meditative or artistic exercise. Once this transit passes, we might even surprise ourselves with the inspired works we've produced during a time when we felt so out of sorts. In the evening, the sun exits grounded, pragmatic, and success-oriented Capricorn for the terrain of cosmic innovator. At this time, we build on the legacies we established during Capricorn season, but with experimentation and collaboration in mind. This is a season for outreach, networking, and showing off our originality. Letting our inner nonconformist out to play finds us meeting those with similarly eccentric interests, pastimes, and social views. Over the next month, we are less concerned with tradition or fitting into the crowd. We know that deviating from convention and owning our unique point of view is how we can make progress, not only for our own sake, but for the good of our communities. If placed in a leadership position, we will prioritize tenets like freedom of expression, ingenuity, and defying limitation over taking the safe approach. After sunup, the moon enters Cancer, ending its void of course which began early last night. At this time, we wish to offer care to others as an extension of our own subconscious needs for nurturance. Without support in return, we can become moody and ill-tempered. It is a good time to ask ourselves what we need from our loved ones, but since our emotions are at the mercy of the tides, we also want to avoid guilt-tripping or gaslighting others as a reaction to feeling denied.